Hello, I'm RetroJules. This is my Tier 5 Mark III Sherman, British medium. I hated this tank initially, usual thing. As a stock tank, it was dreadful. It was not until you get the decent gun that you can really do anything good with this tank. And actually, I really quite enjoyed it towards the end, and I was heading for the Firefly. So I just thought I'd show you the last game I had in my British Mark III Sherman. So I'm still playing mid-tiered mediums and concentrating on the Shermans, and I wanted to get the British Firefly. This Mark III Sherman, once fully unlocked, is actually a really, really good manoeuvrable tank with a decent gun. It is identical in stats to the American M4 Sherman, and had I not had the American M4 Sherman, I would definitely have this as a keeper. But if you've got one, you do not need the other. The only difference that I can see between this and the American version is you lose 2 degrees of gun depression. The M4's got 12, this has got 10. The M4 is brilliant for playing ridge lines. So we're on Tundra, we're top tier. This is the last game I had in this tank, and I tried to snatch a shot between the rocks there and it didn't quite work out, and I am not even going to try and bait a shot from the T-34. And when I get a warning, just a bit concerned that it could be Artie sniffing around, and was thinking about coming around the corner but mounted the rocks instead. And there we go, good to go in for a shot. And we've got this tank completely outnumbered. So this T-34 is on its last legs and it's gone. So I then charge at the Tier 4 tank destroyer. Not really overly concerned about the amount of damage it's going to do, and just want to get to the other side of the map. Seeing that heavy, which I think is a Churchill, which misses its shot, luckily for me. And this is such a tiny, tiny map. It doesn't take long to get around it at all. So I did find this tank really quite an uncomfortable grind. Oh, Artie, hang on a minute. Just carefully aim this shot. I'm not going to let a juicy Artie target get away. That's never going to fail to put a smile on my face. Some sort of Tier 3 French tank destroyer thing at the back there. Do we get another shot? Oh, yes we do. Artie again. Get a shot in. One more. Oh. Second Artie shot is stolen. And yes, I found this tank a really uncomfortable grind. It starts with such a dreadful gun, and it's like, oh well, you know what it's like when you're grinding a tank. But I think some tanks, the T-54 Tier 9 medium for example, even though I've stopped playing it for the meantime, that never felt like a grind. I could always do quite well in that tank, but this was awful, and I completely dumped it, left it alone, didn't touch it, worked my way up the tiers and thought I do not want to play this, it's crap, I hate it. And then when Tier 9 and the higher tiers weren't working out, the 666 curse and all the rest of it, and I came down the tiers, which is where I am now, I thought, I'm playing the Shermans, I love the M4, I love the Easy 8, there's no reason why I shouldn't just keep plugging away at this. And actually, because I was getting to grips and am getting to grips with the mediums, didn't have too much problem in working my way through the packages. And if you like the Shermans, then this is a good Sherman to have. So 4 kills in, 1 medium left, there it is. Any chance on my last game in this tank that I can get the last tank in the last battle? Job done. A very fast 5-minute game. And quite a pleasing game as a last game in this tank. Nice healthy 44 grand in the bank. 1,200 damage. A few medals. First class mastery. 5 tanks killed. And top dog. So goodbye to the very enjoyable British Mark III, and time to move onwards and upwards and purchase the British Firefly, the tier 6 British Sherman. And initially, well, what can possibly go wrong? Had a really good game to finish off my Mark III. I'm going to transfer my crew into this because I'm not keeping the Mark III. So I'm going to roll out the stock Firefly with a 75% trained crew. Don't even think I put any equipment on, actually, from what I remember, because when I first... Well, I don't generally tend to put equipment on until I get to the last package, unless I get a gist of what the tank's about, or sometimes I might just do like a blanket equip and, for example, put optics, binoculars and vents on, just so I've got a bit of an advantage going out there in the battlefield. But sometimes I'll just put the 2 pieces of equipment on and wait for the 3rd, just in case the last gun's got a bad reload or its accuracy is terrible, or just something like that. So 100,000 silver for a 75% trained crew. So gonna roll the crew out with no perks, no skills. In fact, they're going to be pretty rubbish. But what is nice is the first package is already unlocked. So that's obviously something I did on the Mark III, and quite happily this is where I'm considering, well, do I free up some free XP and get it to be a faster tank too? Yeah, why not? I've got the free XP there. I normally keep the free XP when I'm really struggling with a tank. I never let my free XP generally go under 20,000, and I never use it for a complete package. I try and sort of keep it to pay for a half package when I'm struggling. And that is something I really should do with the tier 9 Leopard, because I really want a decent gun. So binoculars on, coated optics, and then I'm thinking, well, what do I do? What do I do? Do I put anything else on? Not really sure what this tank's going to be about. Could put a camo net on and then decide, no, I'm going to go with the 2. Better than nothing. And as I unlock the packages, see what I really need. So it's me and Wickers, and this will be my first game in the Firefly. And what's really good is I'm going to get my ×3. It was a special weekend. Can't remember what the event was. So what are the chances of anything going wrong? Let me just put this on the line for you. It's a platoon game, ×3 XP, a 75% trained crew, not a stock tank, 2 packages unlocked, and ready to go. Come on, Wickers. Oh, Cromwell. Oh, could have got my night out for this one. So, in we go. Teepval Ridge. Haven't seen this map for a while, actually. And if I start at B2, I will always go down the 1 and 2 line. I don't generally go out across the B line unless I'm in a light tank, purely because it's so open. Brilliant for spotting. The enemy normally camp at E8 on that hill. But if I'm playing a medium, don't tend to go that way. I'll go that way if I'm playing it from the other side of the map. but not on this instance. So we are going to start at the B2 area, and here we are, and going to head straight down. And well, when I said what can possibly go wrong, well, of course, half unlocked tank, 2 tiers down. Great. So off we go. And this is not a fast tank, and since making this video I have completely unlocked the Firefly, and it wasn't a difficult tank to unlock. Actually, it's been okay, and it's got a really decent gun. So at tier 6 you have got this, you have got the American Jumbo, and you've got the American Easy 8. The Easy 8 is by far much quicker and more manoeuvrable, but hasn't got great damage on its gun and hasn't really got great penetration either. The Firefly, fully unlocked, is the same speed as the Jumbo. It's quite slow, hasn't got the armour of the Jumbo, but it has got excellent penetration on the gun and it does good damage. Don't know how the gun compares to the Jumbo. I haven't done that comparison yet, but it's still got the 10 degrees of gun depression, so it's still good for the ridge lines. It's got a very good gun, but yeah, it's not that manoeuvrable, and you can see Wickers in the Cromwell can get to any position way before I do. So, well, we haven't spotted anything. And we got things appearing on the map, but nothing on the visuals whatsoever. And need to be a bit careful here because it's quite open up here. But just want to see, put the binos on, see if we can spot anything. And I get out spotted. Shot comes flying in. Another shot. Oh, and it doesn't reverse quickly either. The Shermans don't. In fact, not many tanks do. There it is. Pesky little scout tank. Try and snatch an auto aim, and that doesn't work. And I'm thinking, well, with the medium to the left, light tank out over yonder, they've basically closed that corner of the map to me. There's absolutely no point in going that way. So be quite nice to try and, well, I've achieved nothing so far, but it's early days. Wickers is doing a runner and gets a shot at the bottom in the meantime, and I'm just seeing if that light tank reappears, using this rock for cover, just playing it carefully. I'm below half health and I've done nothing. So relocate, let's try a different part of the map. I'm in here with the heavies, medium to the right, and oh yeah, no, can't get a shot. Oh, but I'm spotted. Take a shot in the side, I'm not sure where that came from, and just trying to get out of the way, and boshed by a tier 8 IS-3, and there was a stupid Japanese thing next to it. So yeah, that was my first game in a half unlocked Firefly, 2 tiers down. Probably was never going to go well, and it certainly didn't. And well, look at my score, look at my ribbons. I did nothing, didn't spot anything, didn't hit anything, didn't do anything. Game over. So that's my Firefly unboxed. A usual dreadful game, and of course I got 3 times XP on that game. And well, I'll let you do the maths, but 3 times bugger all still equals bugger all. I got nothing for that game. It was dreadful, but I'm really pleased with the Firefly. It completes my Sherman collection now that I want to collect, which is the Firefly, the Jumbo, the Easy 8 and the M4 Sherman. The Jumbo I don't play. I don't know if I'm going to keep the Jumbo. I'm a little bit vain with my tanks. I find the Jumbo a little bit of an ugly tank, whereas the other Shermans, I really do like the shape of them. So 3 are definite keepers. The Jumbo, well, maybe I should go back to playing that and maybe I'll really enjoy it. But I do remember it being quite a bulletproof opponent out there on the battlefield. Well, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Keep safe, keep tanking, and I'll see you soon.